anyway.
Well, that's a positive.
This is the
Nothing near
positive.
me.
We take the wins where we can get them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Truth.
We have like, emergency contract trees for like if there are fires in different areas of like who goes to what place where. So like our local friend group is very, very good about keeping on top of that stuff. So, and we always run when it's fire season. We have like bags packed away with our most important stuff. So, I've got a go bag at any time.
Nice.
Fucking bug out bag. All right,
Good.
great.
Get the bug out bag ready.
The world has turned Heather into a prepper. Let's get this started. Hi, everyone.
I mean,
yeah. We're back. We're picking up right where we left off because actually we're going to pick up with something that I didn't realize last time, but it's totally about to happen. So last time around, you guys kind of came down from your fight with Drossel and his various assassins. Marlon was picked up off the ground, which is a good thing to do for your dead friend, for your almost dead friends, briefly dead friends, whatever you want to call it. In investigating the Longhouse, you discovered a large chamber underneath that was later identified as the tombs of the old Jarls beneath Break, and have decided to come back to that later for reasons. Upon exiting the city, a message was passed or something got flipped. You're not entirely sure. But all of the hidden drow in the city bugged out and left the city, leaving it in a bit of a panic, causing... They're gone. They're out. Causing the citizens of Break to come charging at the Longhouse looking for help. Luckily, you guys were there to reassure them, talk through them, and do some fantastic rolls from Trev and Sai. You guys were able to calm the crowd, get them to head home, and begin things from there. You put the word out to your allies in both Jerselheim and the militia in Hasper to begin heading for Break to help assist. The Jerselheimian supplies will arrive tomorrow, so that's something to keep in mind as well. And then you guys met with the lords of the city, or the remaining lords of the city. Aramil shamed a man very thoroughly, which was quite something.
Take that.
Literally a man you met for like approximately 10 seconds and decided to shame the shit out of him. And discussed, what the line of succession looks like in Break. The answer, as it turns out, is complicated because the Jarl that are the two Jarls that you are somewhat familiar with, have never actually met, but are familiar at least with what they look like. Neither of them were actually the blood successors to Break. That information, apparently generations ago, the actual blood successor was swirled away from the city for reasons you don't know. And is now hidden and is now lost somewhere. But more information on that could be found in the archives that are hidden beyond the tombs themselves. You all then went back to Sai's place to rest. Trev and Phaedra had a tough conversation. Phaedra had a tough conversation with her god. And then Phaedra went back to the airship outside the city and scryed upon her brother and the Queen of Air and Darkness, only realizing at the end that they knew she was there and watching. And she has bedded down to rest there. But the thing that I need to pick up from, and where we're going to kind of pick up in the moment, it's about 4 a.m. It is still dark in the city of Break. And the two individuals who don't sleep awake from your reverie, Aramil and Trev, you both snap out of your brief times meditating or whatever you want to call the 4 hours or so you need to rest. Trev, you're all sharing the same large room on the second floor of Sai's place. Looking around, everyone is sleeping fitfully. Marleman is snoring louder than you thought any human being could possibly snore. But there is one person missing. There are only 3 of your companions plus you two as opposed to 4. What would you like to do about that?
About the fact that Phaedra's not there?
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck, bro, what's going on? Where's Phaedra?
I don't know. She probably just went off to go talk to her god or something, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that... I know she's... Do I say impolite things about Phaedra knowing that she cosmically can hear me right now? Like,
I mean,
I'm not gonna put. I'm not gonna
Phaedra's
put.
not.
I'm not gonna put going off and doing something stupid past her right now. But I don't. I think that the damage that any dumb stuff she could do right now is that could like do to us is pretty low. So I think we might just have to let her do it.
All right, man. I trust you. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I know she's in. I know she's in a place.
Well, I know she needs to figure it out for herself.
That's basically where he's. That's basically where I'm trying to get at. Is like I think that she's going. If she's gonna go make some mistakes, I don't think they're gonna kill any of us. That I think she's already gotten out of her system. I think that we can just let her work her stuff out. I assume she went someplace relatively safe, and we'll hook up with her. I guess in the morning.
Okay. So you guys begin to bustle about and do what you do in the couple of hours before everyone else wakes up. Just after sunup, everyone else begins to rouse, except for Marleman. He takes a little bit longer. I assume, just because we've never really talked about this, but I guess this is as good a time as any. Because you two are always either on watch or at the very least up before everybody else, do you guys like do anything in those quiet hours?
Play cards. Sure.
Yeah, chill.
Likely chill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just hang out and like I like to think that like Trev would see Armel as just like, you know, so experienced in a part of the world that he was just like, or like the ways of like part of life that he just had no like exposure to before they met. Because, you know, living in a bunch of like murder caves for most of your life doesn't really like get you any experience with the natural part of the world. So having somebody who's just like so in tune with it, just sort of like, I feel like he just sort of like watches and learns from him a little bit. It's because, you know.
I actually feel the same too because I cannot cut a man in half.
So we just like, yeah, we just got this like thing.
Like, damn, this guy's awesome. Look at his swords.
And I feel like he just looks at Armel like, this guy's just got his stuff together in a way that he really admires.
Fair enough.
So there you go.
Just some flavor that we've never really had before that I wanted to ask. So the rest of you guys kind of rouse yourselves over time, begin to prep breakfast. Nix, you immediately notice that there is one person missing as well. I mean, all of you notice that one person is missing as well, but your companions don't seem particularly worried right now. Phaedra, when you wake up on the ship, do you want to head directly back to break, or what are you doing?
If any of that was addressed to me, I missed almost like the last 30 seconds of it because my internet is super cracking out at me. And the minute anyone talks over each other, I can't hear anything.
Fair enough. Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. I was just saying, you know, when you wake up on the ship, do you go immediately back to the city? Like, what do you do?
Okay. Before that, a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I have a spell that would forbid planar travel and stuff. The distance it gives me is 40,000 feet. Is that even at all covering any part of break?
I mean,
like, I don't know how physically big that it's hard to
40. What spell is this?
It's forbidden. It's a trying to prevent them from using this place again. To try to like temporarily put a band-aid over the planes, basically to prevent them from doing that spell. I don't know if we'll try to do it.
Is this a real spell? What the fuck is? Okay, hang on.
It's called Forbidden.
Do you have a powdered ruby worth at least 1,000 GP?
Didn't we get we got a bunch of gems? I thought
you did get a bunch of gems, but you haven't gotten them appraised yet.
Oh,
you know
that's
how
fair.
to powder a ruby?
You have someone in your party who does.
You go to a jeweler. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So 40,000 feet. You'd be able to cover.
I don't know if they're planning to do it again. I just wanted to offer it as an option, and that's why I wanted to DM to you.
This is gonna be the dumbest Google I have ever done.
This is like 7 to 8 miles.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It would cover most of the city, not the whole thing, but most of it.
big.
But it's also only 30 feet above the floor.
Okay, it was just a protective, like precautionary measure. I was gonna.
So here's the problem, and I before you cast the spell or do anything, just so you know, Break, as I mentioned multiple times, is built on a hill, so it does have elevation. The whole go. Yeah. All that means though is that if you did try and cast it, like it would basically cut itself, like it would cut through the city because it wouldn't go with the gradient.
Okay.
Or I guess it might go with the gradient and only be 30. I would have to figure it out if you go to cast it. Not the point.
It's a weird spell. I just thought I'd ask because I was looking through my spells and I saw it. I was like,
it's a weird spell and it only lasts a day. Either way.
It's a weird spell. Anyway,
when you wake up, what are you doing?
Okay, I didn't know. I will. Is it just like early morning, like just typical waking time?
6:30, 7 in the morning. Yeah.
Try to. I guess go back in the city. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go back into the city and kind of stroll around and see how everyone see how like the town is faring. You know.
Okay. The town Break is dead silent. The shelter in place order that you guys put forward is being respected greatly.
This can't be a human settlement.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely wild.
You do see maybe 2 or 3 people out, but most of them either look like vendors or people running supplies from building to building or from family to family. But it is like quiet. You do hear in the distance the sound because the city itself is so quiet. You do hear the sounds of many of the guards on the wall. As you go to walk through the gate, you see a couple of them giving you a weird look, but they don't stop you. You're at least recognized at that point. But it is a quiet city.
Is there a way? Oh wait, what are we doing? Are we trying to like summon our friends to make up more succession stuff?
So the things you guys had talked about last time.
Yeah. After just kind of a quick check, I guess I'll head back to the group.
I think there's on like a 10 to 15 second delay.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah. This might be a little bit tricky.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Okay. I'm going to, on this 10-second delay, suggest Heather maybe leaving and rejoining the stream or something of that sort.
Yeah, I think I might try going on my phone. Because then I don't have to use the wireless internet.
Yeah.
I think she froze anyway.
No, she's froze.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. We'll try. Yep.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that.
Yep.
The rest of you guys, Nope. All right. Who knows? The rest of you guys, you wake up, you start prepping breakfast. You settle in for the morning. Anything you want to do before Fader gets back, like quite literally.
I mean, Nix would be just wondering where she was. Like, I would probably ask if anyone knew where she was. I assume that answer would be no one knows really where
she's probably fine.
Yeah.
Me and Trev came up with the answer that she's probably fine.
Yeah, she went off on her own to do something, but there's not too much trouble she could get herself into right now.
It's cute that you think that.
Listen, to be honest, or to be real, if anybody didn't I told her about how upset I was with some of the things that she's been some of the things that she's done, and she went off on her own. Like, if it is what it is, I honestly don't think that she's causing trouble. I had some grievances, and I had to get them out.
You aired them.
I did, in fact, do that.
Okay. Well, if she went back to the airship, I'm hoping she disabled all the traps that we set. But
As I was the one who set them, I probably would have.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even like go along with that. Also, because you guys had rolled like kind of poorly in setting those up, they didn't. They didn't work great anyway.
That's
That would be kind of funny though if she like Home Alone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had considered it, but
yeah, we just get back there. We go back to the airship, and she's been knocked out by a swinging paint can.
yeah,
Butterhead.
it's covered in wet flour.
Like, dang.
Before too long, Fader does re-arrive at the abode. That's around the time the Marlman is waking up as well, and making his way downstairs.
Fair enough.
Feeling like I got the biggest hangover of my
Aw.
life.
Yes, you actually feel pretty okay. Like you slept
Really?
well enough and deeply enough that you feel pretty good.
Yeah, sleep the exhaustion off. Good.
You're in half a coma.
Probably felt like it, honestly. What's going on?
Yeah.
There was a moment there where it was really come and go, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
I'm glad you're alive. Me too.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, I agree. Me too.
Not really a given in our group. From time to time.
It makes me nervous.
The door opens and Fader walks in.
I'm sorry. Heather.
Speaking of,
Fader's not laughing. Heather is laughing.
I assume.
Okay. I will go in.
Okay.
Wave.
Morning.
So the Jarl. Okay, Gary, I don't remember what I communed last time.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do? I forgot.
You asked 3 questions. You asked, is the Jarl being held against his will? The
Yes.
answer was yes. Is the Jarl still on this plane? The answer was yes. Is the Jarl being held outside the city? The answer was yes.
Okay, I will relay that as that was what it was up to.
Okay.
So he's not dead. Hooray!
Okay.
Know where he is. I didn't try scrying on him, but I could try that.
huh, you think that's normally your go-to?
Yeah, spell slots.
Have we all had
Nailed it.
have we all had our long rest?
Yes, you've all had your long rest. Your spell slots are back. And all that sort of stuff.
Wonderful.
So, just so you guys remember, what you guys had talked about doing next, the last time we met, was trying to find a way into those archives to find the real Jarl.
Right.
Because and perhaps this is conjecture on my part, so correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't feel like you guys really want to be part of the line of succession here in the city and would like to get that finished.
I
Yeah,
sure
that's
don't.
yeah.
At the very least, I don't want to leave it kind of hanging.
Yeah. It is going to be a couple of days as well before the militia arrives. They began marching yesterday, so it's going to take them another 2, maybe 3 days. So you have some time to kill as well before the city is reinforced.
Okay.
You also have to go and meet the representatives from Jerselheim who are teleportation circling in supplies.
Right.
And they said they'd be doing that around mid-morning, so you could definitely do that on the way to the Longhouse if you so choose.
Yeah.
Should probably be priority.
I'll definitely do that since I was like the method of communication for that.
I mean, you could also all go, like, go do different things. It's completely up to you guys.
I mean, I would just be getting ready to go into those tombs.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
on the way,
same.
right?
It's basically on the way, yeah. Okay. So you head to the warehouse where the teleportation circle is housed, essentially. Heading over there, the building is lightly guarded by at least one guard that you recognized and scared the shit out of when you came out of here without warning almost a month ago now. They
So we're friends now.
they
Oh yeah.
give you a look, but don't stop you. They let you in. You guys wait maybe half hour, 45 minutes before there is a from behind the door, and then the sounds of shuffling and complaining. You open the door, and greeting you are two very familiar faces. One is Sylvia. She kind of looks around and says, "Oh, I haven't been in this city in almost a generation. It's nice to see you all. Staying busy, I assume."
Oh,
Yep.
Of course.
overthrowing governments, killing dragons, taking trips.
The fact that we did it twice.
Good time. Yeah.
Definitely not dying.
Not that it's weird. It's not a high. I thought that we did it twice.
She kind of gives you a grin and says, "You do seem to overthrow the ruling power of wherever you go. It does seem quite similar." But as she's getting that out, the second individual, who is like kind of behind a pile of stuff, just kind of speaks up. "Are you telling me you all tried to die again, even though we told you very explicitly not to die anytime?" I can't do that. "Any time that you go elsewhere, and coming around the corner is Jasket." Still dressed very nicely, out of the bar. He's kind of looking over you all. He goes, "Hi, yes, it's been a minute since I was outside the city, I know, but I'm the only person who can run a teleportation circle without, or at the very least, the only one that knows you guys as well, and I figured I could come and land a help."
Of course.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's so fucking weird.
I'm not even going to retcon that to go back and say he didn't just almost make a pun over to his own missing hand. My bad. With them as well is a contingent of soldiers who begin unloading the boxes and beginning to move them upstairs as Sylvia looks over all of you and says, "So, the message was brief yesterday, but from what I gather, you're all in charge around here for at least a little while?"
Yes.
I'm a little uncomfortable with that.
I
Well, then let's
believe
out the
what we said was the council was in charge, and we established them. We're just advising and supervising the transition of power.
Fair enough. Well, as the representative from Jerselheim, I would like to be able to meet with that council as soon as possible so we could begin discussions as to formal trade routes and assisting the city as quickly as possible.
Perfect.
Yeah. Are any of them like here or like representatives?
No, the council is not here. It was just you guys
Okay.
who came to greet them.
Yeah, they're like probably in their own homes or something right now.
They are. You don't know, actually. It's a good assumption, but you don't know.
Right.
Well, let's head to the longhouse and we'll coordinate everything from
Maybe
there.
we can send like a guard that knows the town or something to.
Yeah.
rally.
I'm pretty good at making them run for people by now.
Yeah.
Really good.
You grab a guard. They nod and head off to go gather up the council. Just kind of says, "I'll help disperse the supplies and whatnot. I'll see you all on the way back, I assume. It's a pleasure, as always. Gotank sends his regards, as do they all."
Oh, good. Glad to hear it.
Yes, he's doing well for once, I think is the way that he would describe it.
Oh,
He does-
have there been any more
Worms?
Well, no, that too, I guess. No, I was gonna say the graphic novels that were coming out.
Oh, any additional comics? Jessica kind of laughs and says,
I'm sorry.
Jessica kind of laughs and says, "No, we have not heard of any coming out. They seem to be on a bit of a hiatus.
I
But
want
hopefully there'll be a
Yes.
new one."
Yes, there's new ones, but they've taken a very dramatic turn.
Yeah,
I want it
Oh, yeah.
to die in comic form.
yeah.
Let's give them some stories to send back.
I'm sure the worm will make a good one.
Yeah, he lets you know that like they like haven't even gotten up to like the worm and whatnot yet. Like they still got a backlog of stuff. It just seems like whoever is writing them is either indisposed or dead or who knows.
No,
Oh my God, guys, we've got to go help.
right?
You have an idea of who it is. You're not 100% sure.
Okay. All right. That was Heather not remembering which random NPC it was.
Yeah, no, you have an idea, but
Okay.
you're not sure. Not the point. Jessica kind of waves you all off, and you all gather at the Longhouse. Actually, the council is already there. They had met up early to begin discussing things and whatnot, so they are already waiting for you when you arrive with Sylvia.
Makes sense.
The guard to catch our other guard.
He'll turn up, you're sure.
Yeah.
He'll
for him.
find his way back. They know where they were supposed to go, at least.
Yeah.
You all settle in. They begin to discuss, like, trade routes and politics. There is you guys proceed or oversee an official declaration of truce and peace and partnership. It's a very informal sort of thing, but it is done relatively simply. It would appear that at least one member of the council is somewhat breaking in their idea of other races, but
is it the one who doesn't like trees?
I mean, it is in fact the one whose whole goal is to the wealth of break created on its own.
So break-in. So just to be clear, break-in is code
racist.
for racist, right?
Yes,
All
racist.
Racist.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's code for
Alright.
Republican.
Yes, go for Republican. Yes, is a little bit trepidatious with working with another race, but they don't. You guys just have like a high enough insight as a party to be able to see the uncomfortableness, but like doesn't do anything about it. Just very like kind of passive about it. This is a city built on some ideas that are going to take some time to get back over, and it's been under a bit of a dictatorship for a bit. While they do that, do you guys want to just head straight for the tombs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there was anything else needed before that.
I
right?
want to grab one of them who would like know about the tombs and be like, "Hey,
Probably
are
Crystal.
there any like guardians or traps or anything we need to know about if we head down there?"
She sort of shrugs and says, "The lost archives of Break are kind of lost, and all of the information that would be about the lost archives of Break are, probably in the lost archives of Break. We've never been able to get into them in generations and generations and generations. I don't know what you're going to find down there."
Are there
We'll
any?
figure it out.
Are there any
Fantastic.
myths? I guess sort of like folk tales about how we would go about getting in. Like, have
Oh,
you ever-
I mean, certainly there are old, there are child's tales of specters that roam the halls of all of the long dead jarls. There's talk of mechanical beasts long created, left to guard things. There are rumors of riddles and great feats of strength. Every child in Break wants to be the one to prove their worth and reclaim the archives. So it's all manner of story, really.
Okay. Thank you.
There's even tale of a room full of keys that you have to find the right one in the air in. There are all sorts of different things.
Mm.
Can I
Good
act
thing-
on my broom?
And there's only one real old-looking one.
With a broken wing.
The gimp wing, yeah.
Yeah, the person who
Say-
told that particular story, we don't like to talk about them anymore.
Yeah. They're very breaking.
Thankfully,
Oh.
that person needs to be lost to time.
It's a lich.
Yeah. What'd you say next?
Oh, I said, can I act on my broomstick to catch it at least?
That's the
Yeah.
dream. Crystal kind of chuckles and says, either way, we would really appreciate whatever you find down there, letting us know what it's like, if you can find your way in.
Report back.
Oh,
Hopefully. Stay.
Two questions for you guys. One, this building was full of bodies previously, and you guys were kind of in control of what they were doing with those bodies. What did they do with those bodies?
I assume burn them.
I would
Yeah, that one.
I would ask
Sure.
Trev first, but yes, burn them.
Wait,
And
what am I
have
supposed to
you shown the Jarls the decayed corpse of the female Jarl?
No.
I wasn't touching that thing with a 10-foot pole, man.
I
I
thought we
wasn't
did
doing
that
that.
last time.
No, like you guys had said, like you told them that she was gone and that,
Oh.
but you did
So-
not do anything with those two bodies in that room.
Maybe we should like. All right,
I think we
huddle up.
about it, right?
Huddle up.
Because the other reason you didn't want to take that particular body out was because you guys are at least making the public still operate under the idea that both of Jarls have just disappeared. You have not revealed to them yet that one of them is dead.
That was actually going to be my question: is if we had done that.
No, you have not.
Yeah. So like that's the thing. Like it would be if it were we were okay with that being public knowledge, or if we are okay, then the right thing to do would be some kind of ceremony, like have this new like power structure do some kind of ceremony because that's respectful. I don't know if we're okay with that though.
Should
So my thinking on this was that maybe we shouldn't discuss anything about that, just because I would prefer we didn't create a weird power struggle somewhere. With like, at least with the one if they're both missing, you have a scenario where it's more of a search effort. Whereas if we reveal one is perhaps dead, it becomes more of a who's next situation. Does that make sense?
Well, yes, I get what you're saying. I don't know.
I don't have that being said, like I don't have a problem talking about it. Like we can do that.
I feel like
that was my only concern. Was like that might become an issue.
Since the male Jarl is still alive somewhere, I don't know if it would necessarily totally be bad to tell them that the female one was dead, because at least the male one we can say we can confirm, like, we don't know where he is yet, but like we do know he's still alive. But we can't confirm that in searching the longhouse that we did find the female Jarl's body, and that we're going to try and find the archives, and maybe, if we find the Jarl, that'll be good for all. Sorry, Pearl's
Hey, Pearly.
He's like barking and playing and that's right. Right, I don't think that's helpful.
I mean, if we don't tell them, they're just gonna find that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the council know. They don't know that you have her body somewhere, but they do know that she is dead.
Yeah, we did tell.
Okay, we told them. All right.
It was letting the public know about the Jarl.
Oh, well then, I mean, I don't think that's up to us.
Okay.
I think if they know, or the higher ups know, I suppose, I think we should stay out of that.
Okay.
That's
you can.
I mean, I know that we're involved, but
you guys can show them that the bodies are there, and let them take it from there.
I can let the council know that I can confirm that the Jarl is alive. We just don't know his whereabouts yet.
You did that yesterday as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You show the council that where the body lays. They promise you that they will have that taken care of, in a manner of speaking. Once they feel that, once they feel they have a good way to let the general public know without causing a panic as well. They are politicians; they can think of those things as well. When you enter the main bed chamber, things look exactly the same as you left it yesterday. No one has come through and searched or rummaged or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It is the same place as it was. No one relevant to what Trev has been thinking about, I'm sure. No one has come back. So that's all good. And you guys begin the long stairway down, the 45 minutes or so of long spiral staircase deep underneath the longhouse. You arrive back on the cool concrete floor, or cool stone floor, I should say, of the tombs below. 8 of the tombs are with statue, and then it looks like there are maybe 12 or so that go past that, kind of deeper towards the door in the back. You all, I assume, just kind of make your way straight for that door. The door is sealed, and there is old runic writing over it. It is in Common, but it is in a much older dialect of Common. Kind of like English versus Old English sort of thing.
No, Middle English.
Sorry, Middle English.
Old English is impossible to read. Sorry.
Middle English. My apologies, nerd.
Master's degree, damn it. It's completely useless except for this scenario.
So how much? I went into a lot of debt so I could be pedantic.
Damn. The chamber itself is, as I mentioned last time, about 80 feet across, but about 500 feet long.
Mhm.
There are 20 vaults total, 10 on each side. The first kind of 4 on each side are the ones that that have statues of both a male and a female Jarl. There are lanterns in between each one. And then the door at the end has the runic phrase over it. That Phaedra has to sit with it for about a minute just to kind of pick it through, to kind of figure out what it says. But you are able to decipher it as break, speak the truth.
Does break have its own language?
No, it's just human settlement, common.
Okay, I didn't know if they had their own language.
Nah.
So it's a closed door.
Sealed. Closed and sealed, yeah.
Sealed door that we can't open.
I'd like to do an Arcana check, maybe.
The door is magic.
Dumb question, but what is the door made of? Stone, wood?
The door is made of stone. It looks like a very similar stone to the walls around it as well. Like it was directly hewn out of the wall. Like they didn't even really do anything with it.
If all else fails, I could try to stone shape it and make it door.
Oh my god, that would be funny.
I assume the magic will probably interfere somehow.
You're like, what is a door?
Let me make a door in this door. Oh no!
Can earthbend the door out of here? Cool.
Yeah, like top coming out of the metal.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing I always do with doors and look at Nyx and be like, hey,
Yeah.
what do you make of this here door?
So Emily has watched too much Lord of the Rings to not have Nyx immediately try and go up to the door and just say the word truth.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Worth a shot. Absolutely.
Okay. Can I so we did an Arcana check. We know that it's magic.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see any? Do we see any traps or a keyhole of any kind, or is it
not trapped? No keyhole, no handle.
You said it was runic, right?
Yeah, there are runes above the door.
And me doing an Arcana check would just tell me that it's magic.
That it's magic. Yeah. You can get
what school of magic or whatever.
Yeah. What school? That's the problem. Is I'm trying to think of what the proper school would be for magically trapped door.
Yeah.
Abjuration.
Yeah, abjuration. I guess the one. Let's put it this way: it's not evocation, which is what you do.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not evocation or necromancy.
The good ones.
I still have the journals of the 2 Jarls, right?
Yes, you do.
Are there names in there?
No.
They're not titles, they're names.
Nope.
Did we learn their names?
Are you referencing, can you see anything in those books or journals or whatever about referencing kind of this phrase? Or the idea of...
Well, I was thinking saying whichever, I forget which one, the female Jarl is of the bloodline, and that's the truth that no one knows.
Well, the male was of the bloodline.
Sorry, no, I thought that was the whole point. Is
the male was claimed to be of the bloodline.
Oh, but he's not.
Which is why he is still missing.
I see.
So is could the truth be that neither of the Jarls is who they say or think they are?
The bloodline is dead?
Well, it's not dead.
Nothing happens.
Are there any keyholes or insets to look for something?
Nope.
Nyx, check it out. Roll.
The only reason you know it's a door is because it has a door shape and a line down the middle. There are no handles, there are no keyholes, there are no hinges.
Can you say the phrase again, Gary?
Break, speak the truth.
Have we tried pushing it?
No.
I thought you'd never ask.
Trev,
push on the door.
Okay, make a strength check.
All right.
I'll say
Trevor's like, it's a 36, and Gary's like, it's a stone door. Like,
I mean, you're not going to be that far. It is a 26.
So you set your shoulder against the door and go to push, and what you guys see is one of the crazier bits of magic you've ever seen. It is a perfect representation of, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Boing.
As Trev shoves into the door and boing, about 50 feet behind.
cool.
Definitely have
You keep your feet, like you don't fall, but it is like that was wild for you.
Dude, that was awesome.
do it again.
You gotta try this.
Like, Nyx didn't even turn and watch, and she's just still staring at the door.
Like you basically just watched your friend like, fing.
She just like stopped by her. She didn't even turn. Like,
Just,
not
like, Cracks the knuckles, like, all right, I got this.
So can we dispel magic on the door?
I mean, I can try.
I'm worried that if we dispel it, we won't be able to open it.
I can stone shape it if it's not magic. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Like if we dispel it, maybe I can stone shape
Is there some?
All right.
Okay, so at this point, I am actually going to ask for the Arcana check roll.
See, that's what I wanted to do this whole time.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, that's a nat 20. That's a literal nat 20.
Hot damn. Okay.
20 plus 12.
So the thing that you realize, and really the only you were able to figure out that it's obturation magic just kind of like by looking at it and knowing how magic traps kind of work.
That's what a rune would do or a trap would do for this.
Yeah, basically. But it is only actually after watching Trev go rebounding backwards that you realize that the exact spell that is on this door is a full rebound effect. All effects that are put upon this door are rebounded upon the caster or the user in some way. So if you were to cast Dispel Magic on this door, it would rebound and dispel some magic from an item you are holding.
Oh.
Nobody touch the door.
Aww.
Wait.
So let's put it this way: if Phaedra had tried to, I was super excited when Phaedra said that she was going to try and stone shape it because you were going to end up blasting yourself with stone shape, and I have no idea what that even was going to do to you. I was so excited to try and figure that out.
So wait, Nyx speaks the word lie.
Nothing happens.
Did we say the truth?
Nothing happens.
Damn it. Okay. Because it said the truth, right?
It does. It does say break, speak the truth.
Okay. Break, speak the truth.
Is there anything in the journals about speaking the truth?
I will investigate to see if I can
Roll an investigation check.
So I'm going to check the journal, see if I can find something.
For the truth.
Yeah, search the truth.
Control F.
Yeah, use your magical control F.
Hold on.
So this is gonna be weird, but
24.
there you go.
Not particularly. There's some talk in the male or in the female Jarl's book about needing to live under a lie. Some of the things, and I'll remind you guys of this because you learned it last time. You did learn via these journals that the Jarls are picked from birth. The marriage is created from birth, so that way it is impossible for people to tell which one is the bloodline and which one is not. So there are always two fated Jarls at all times, so to speak. It's gross and it's bad. But so there's some talk from the female Jarl's perspective of needing to live under the lie since she is not of the bloodline. But besides that, not really. Like the phrase "speak the truth" or anything like that doesn't really pop up.
So the history of Break.
Mm-hmm.
This place has been around for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And how long has it been associated with that patron deity that they have?
Since the founding.
Essentially the bloodline is tied to that deity.
Yes, very much so.
Does the word Break, the name of the city, actually have something to do with that?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Would we know where the origins of the name of the city came from?
Make a history check.
Okay. That is an 18.
No, you don't know why the name was chosen. The reasons for that and the history of that has been very much lost. But one thing that you do know is that the word break is actually Elven. It is not common at all. It is Elven in nature. It's a old Elvish word that isn't really used anymore. It does mean forge.
Forge.
Mm-hmm.
Can we investigate the room? Can we like roll?
Certainly, roll an investigation check.
Wait, I've watched too much Lord of the Rings to not ask for the Elvish word for proof.
That also.
Several of us probably know that.
Yeah.
Actually, only Armel speaks. Oh no, Sai speaks Elven.
I don't.
Are we just going to line up and say this in every language we understand?
You do so, nothing happens.
All right.
Damn. So forge is the. Oh, I guess because if it's Iron Hammer, whatever his name was.
Gordon.
Can I just ask, please? Can anyone give me investigation? Fucking.
Roll with advantage because you're all doing this.
I'll follow you around.
All right, much better. From 1 to 18.
Investigation.
21.
Okay. You and Trev kind of look around the room while Nyx just sort of stares at the door. just desperately thinking. Fader's flipping through a book.
Yeah.
Sai is trying to remember his histories. Marleman is trying to come up with some spell that won't rebound off this door, and Nyx is staring at it.
That is literally what I'm doing.
While the two of you just
what happens if you rebound the rebound?
That's sort of where I was going.
You two kind of search the room. You find, all 8 vaults, or you look at all 8 currently occupied vaults. There are 2 coffins, or there are two mausoleum, or sorry, each mausoleum has 2 vaults, I think is the actual way to put that. By the way, it's 2 people in each one. So there are 8 generations of Jarls who are currently here. With a 21, it's Trev who points this out to you, although you were starting to think about it as well, Armel. These ever-burning lanterns are really interesting. They're like nice wrought iron. They're kind of set in between each vault. And as you are kind of like looking at one, you idly like rest your hand on it, and it moves just slightly.
Oh, this is a clue situation. There's secret doors. This is...
Huh?
I'm gonna pull on it. I'm gonna yank that shit.
You pull that motherfucker as hard as you can. Because you're a druid, it's not particularly hard. It's not like Trev is going to rip it off the wall. And as you do, the color changes from a really nice orange to a very vibrant pink.
Ooh.
Trev, try another one.
All right.
Dude.
I'm going to go find another one and try and mess with it.
You walk over to the one next to it and pull, and this one turns into a really beautiful amethyst color.
Nice. I'm going to turn and shout to everybody by the door. Hey, what color is truth?
Wow.
On other ones too.
All right, you pull on all 20 of these things. Some of them don't move. So those just sort of stay orange. But some of them do. 1 turns pink, 2 turn white, 2 turn amethyst, 3 turn a really vibrant emerald color. 1 turns like a deeper navy. 1 turns a very bright turquoise, and 1 turns a very copper color.
Do the words change?
Runes change at all.
The runes do not change.
Yeah, that was kind of my next. Yeah.
Does anything change in the room besides the
Nope,
color?
just the color of the lanterns.
Is there who would know historically if there's some type of color? Maybe we only pull 1 lantern of a color.
Are any of them blue?
That's what I'm thinking.
Almost all of them are a type of blue.
Yeah, 3 of them are
not
shades
like
of
regular
blue.
blue.
No, none of them are blue.
Right.
Did Break have a flag or
Break does not have a flag. It has a sigil, but it's a sigil of 2 crossed axes.
And colors?
No, it is very flat stone sigil. Sort of thing you embed into something, not something you really paint.
Okay.
I think while the smarter people are trying to figure this out with their brains, Armil is just gonna turn off 1 and then like go turn off the next one. And
Yeah.
then
You like
everyone just like
you like set them back.
trying combinations, you know.
Yeah, can we brute force this and just make it so only the ones of each given color are on?
Yeah.
Sure. You spend about an hour on all of
Lord.
the different permutations that are possible. Nothing happens.
Seriously.
I'm looking through the book for anything regarding color or flames or anything, or
Nothing.
So, is it that every tomb it has two, essentially tombs to it, two subtombs?
Yes.
Is it one for each male and female Jarl? Like one would be the male, one would be the female. Is there a brazier near each one of them?
There's one set in between each pair of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when we're going through, would it show that only one of the two per tomb is lighting up a different color?
I think you might have a misunderstanding. So each vault or mausoleum, whatever you want to call it, is like in a recessed chunk, and then there is a lantern or a torch outside of that, separating it from the one next to it.
So it's in the middle.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, they're in the middle of each one.
Okay.
There is so the two tombs, so to speak, or the two vaults are pressed up against each other, set beneath a very large statue made in relief of either a god or what the Jarls looked like or what have you. And then kind of goes from there.
Are there names on the tombs?
They are all the same name, but yes, there are names.
Okay, I was just curious to see if they had any like first names.
No, none of them have first names. Volgrim. All of them have the name Volgrim.
The name what?
Volgrim.
Volgrim? I'm guessing it's the family name.
Yeah, it's the.
Does that name mean anything in a different language?
Nope.
Okay.
Try it. Someone try it at the door.
Volgrim.
Nothing.
I think we would have probably tried that, honestly. I feel like we kept saying the same name.
Okay.
So something with the fire. Like, is there anything about flames or colors or anything in the journals?
Nope.
Speak. Break. Speak the truth.
If you would like the list of colors again as well.
Yeah, what are they?
There is 1 pink, 2 white, 2 amethyst, 3 emerald, 1 navy, 1 turquoise, and 1 copper.
Whoa. 1 pink, 2 white, 2 amethyst, 3 emerald.
Yep.
What's the next one? Sorry.
1 navy, 1 turquoise, and 1 copper.
1 copper. Turn all of them off except for copper.
Nothing happens. When I said you guys spend about 2 hours trying every permutation, you try every permutation.
Yeah, the various so it's not just. Is there?
Would I have like a copper piece on me?
Yeah.
Can I just throw it into the copper fire?
Sure. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I'll stick
Where's
my.
Nancy Drew when you need one?
I'll stick my hand in some of the fire since I'm fire resistant. And
I mean, the ones that change color are actually cold.
I will say that they are cold.
So they're not.
I mean, they're clearly
fire.
They're magic-y fire.
clearly something to do. Can we do magic checking about the fires? You can tell where it's coming from or whatever.
They're ever burning torches, which is just an enchantment has been placed upon these torches to never go out. The thing that you do realize, just kind of like looking at them and looking through the runes, is that the ones that change color do have a slightly different enchantment, which is why they are not hot. Technically, they are not actually ever burning fire; they are illusions.
Okay.
They're illusions.
Should I true sight?
Yeah, you true sight. It's nothing. You see nothing that you have already seen.
Are there any of the tombs that don't have these torches near them?
Nope.
They're all some torches.
They are all of them are some form of illusory torches.
Well, no, there are about 20 torches total.
Yep.
Only
and correct me if
these
I'm wrong, they're set up kind of like so.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And so there are 10 on each side of the room, and only these, 11
Yes.
change color.
Is
Only these 11 are illusions.
one colored per Jarl couple?
No, because there's some of them that are the same. Like there's a couple of them that are
That are repeated, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily mean repeated. I mean like for a couple is one real fire and one illusory.
There's
That's what I
one.
was asking.
There's one torch overall for each couple.
So there's not a torch per Jarl.
No.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Is like trace the real lineage or something.
Yeah, that's
Like,
how I was
Yeah,
thinking.
that's what I was
Like,
thinking.
The colored ones are the true ones. But
So the actual statues set into those alcoves. You
Mhm.
said they're either of certain deities or of what the Jarls would have looked like, right?
Correct.
Okay. And are they all dressed the same, or do any of them kind of stand out in what they're wearing or what they're equipped with?
They're all dressed similarly. I mean, there is definitely like changes in dress over the 8 generations or so that are shown here.
some have popped collars.
Yeah, exactly.
Some have
Like
shoulder pads.
like some are armed, some are not.
Gotcha.
But none of them are like in that way. They don't stand out from each other.
Any color definition?
Okay.
No color. They're all white
Or are
marble.
these just stone
They're all white marble.
pieces? Gotcha.
so you said that there were 20 total?
Yeah, there are the potential for 20 vaults. 8 of them are currently filled.
8 are filled. And how many wait.
Because they planned it with they made the vault.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I thought he said that some of the lights didn't turn.
Say again?
So you said there are 8 of them
Mhm.
that are currently occupied.
Yes.
Are there still lights on all the other ones?
Yeah. Like these torches go all the way down to the door.
Okay, so even if they're empty,
Mhm.
There is still a torch out there. Yes.
there's still torches. And so are the torches only lit on the occupied one?
Nope.
Okay.
All of them are lit.
3 empty ones.
Are the occupied ones?
Are
Of
the
them-
non-color
What are
changing
them?
ones
Are,
still lit?
Yeah. They just like they don't even move. Like they just sort of they're just
and
there.
where are those?
Can we
Interspersed.
can we
I
douse
don't,
them?
let's put it this way. This puzzle does not require you to know the exact positioning of each one.
Do they match at all? Like some of the ones that line up from one side to the other?
Literally just said this puzzle does not require you to know the exact positioning of these torches.
I just meant the
Is
color.
there a color in particular that's associated with like royalty and break? Like would Sai know that?
It's white, but and that's just simply because you've seen the Jarls constantly dressing in white.
Yeah.
There was a white
Can
one.
we like
wasn't there?
so there's
Two white
White
ones.
ones.
Two.
Two white ones.
2 are they by Jarls or something?
I mean, they're
They're all
yes.
Or are they in like empty ones? Because I'm one yeah,
I cannot repeat this enough.
I know.
This puzzle does not require you to know the exact position of the torch colors.
Oh.
Can we turn on just we already tried turning on long.
We've done the various
Those
colors,
colors,
yeah. Mm.
Can we take one of the white ones off of the wall or some shit?
All
like
of them are you try, it doesn't move. Trev tries, and they're just like on there.
Huh.
Trev, you get the feeling like if you really tried, you could probably get it off the wall, but we're operating by escape rooms rules,
Yeah.
which is if it doesn't move, it's not supposed to.
Yeah.
If there's can we look in the ones that have white in front of it and just
Mhm.
like investigate closer there because they're white?
Sure. There is nothing different about them than the other colors.
God.
Did someone write down the colors, by the way?
Marlon did.
One pink, 2 white, 2 amethyst, 3 emerald, 1 navy, 1 turquoise, and 1 copper.
Can
Did I
you
miss any, Gary?
tell?
Nope, that's it.
Can
So
you
that's
tell break with the beginning of the colors?
and that's 11.
No.
You can spell Fleck or something like that. Fleck.
Pwipanitska.
I don't know.
And there's nothing else by the door besides the room and the magic reboundy thing.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Try it. Try it.
Not sure where you got a V and a.
When the rest of the torches are out, how bright is it in there?
They were racist. Maybe it's because I spoke it.
No.
Damn.
Nice try. No.
I just knock.
You knock, it hurts your fingers.
Knocks your hand backwards.
Yeah, like your hand bounces.
I could do something here and have some fun with it if anybody wants to indulge my thoughts here.
Oh boy, what?
What if I zoned of truth the door that's asking about truth?
It's
I
not.
love this. This is a great idea. I mean, listen,
On an object?
I'm with it. I think it's clever.
Yeah.
See, but at this point, I'm just pissing Gary off because I don't. He has to figure out what the fuck that means.
This is incredible. No, I know exactly what it means. You cast Zone of Truth at the door, and you don't even.
I did.
don't
Whoa,
even
I
get
did not.
the-
I did not. I asked people
did it.
if.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, if Marleman says to the group, what if I zone of truth?
Yes,
the door
exactly.
Absolutely turns to him and goes, well, while I would love to know all of your deepest, darkest secrets,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, here's where I'm
I'm
at.
just kinda
Like,
here for
this
it.
is where he's not gonna like volunteer all of it. Like, if the worst case scenario is that he can't lie for however long, that's not terrible. Like, I think this
I
is
could just not
clever.
talk. Yeah.
Like, we just need to not ask him any questions,
Can you?
or ask
Can you
him
not
questions
talk?
with increasing comedic value.
That's a really good question, Sai. I don't think I could not talk.
Yeah, you can. You could just choose not to.
You just don't
No,
have to-
but
That's what I mean.
Oh, Marleman can't. If that's what you
exactly.
mean, yeah.
See, that's yes. That was me responding to Sai as
Yeah, no,
Marlon.
I got you.
Oh, I think
He and
it's
I are the same
clever.
person. We have the same voice. It's hard to do this.
Man, I don't know.
I feel like it would be really funny if I also were to do something like, say, cast suggestion on it and ask it to open up, and then I would just spew everything about my life to everyone in the room.
Let's have a good cry, Seth.
You're a fairly open book, so it'd be just.
Or like if I pressed digitated like a cool light on it, I would just glow for the next
Jesus.
eternity.
Let me see if I have any tricks on my sleeve.
I mean, I have a lot of things I could do here, but I don't. I know it's not going to work.
Who has the highest intelligence?
I think it's
I believe
think
it's
it's
Bill
next.
next.
Not me.
I believe it's next. Nick, roll just a straight intelligence check. This is the screen in
Puzzle
the
solving.
this is your screen in the escape room is trying to figure out if you need a hint from the outside.
hold on.
If Marleman shouts to the top of his lungs into the skies, "I will drown myself, so help you, Dad."
I didn't roll.
Make a religion check. No.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Healthy.
All right, I'm rolling an intelligence check.
Yeah, just a regular
I
intelligence
mean,
check.
I have a plus 15 on persuasion. Could I just be like, "Hey, door, open up"?
You can roll in a persuasion check and see if
can.
anything happens. You certainly can.
So is that just
Okay.
my intelligence?
What's your intelligence modifier?
Okay, 14.
Is you 14?
Yeah, because my listen, my base intelligence just is 17.
Yeah. So
But
so it's a plus
if
3.
I roll, then
Yeah.
I've got a plus 3, so that's
Yeah.
11 plus 3. So
That's fine. Man, it's really interesting that none of these colors are their base colors. Huh? None of them are described as red, blue, or green. They're the really specific colors. I wonder why.
Listen, I hadn't
Wait.
thought about that, but we still don't have a color direction to go in.
Also, I don't believe you because emerald and green are the fucking same thing where I'm
Yeah, but
coming from.
It's weird that I didn't say the words green or red or blue. Instead, I said emerald and navy and amethyst.
Yeah, but but we tried every color combination and nothing changed.
We gotta come up with a fucking anagram or some shit.
That's
Whatever
also
the
what
fuck
I
is
said.
that
I
called?
said, can we spell break with these?
It's not gonna be break. It's gonna be some other shit.
Or truth.
Or
You also can't.
No,
spell
you.
that.
Let me write it
I mean,
down.
Emerald, Amethyst, and Navy aren't very useful unless they. No, there's no. It's not the right year for Nene jokes.
If you would
Anyway.
like, if you would like just the letters,
We can spell
It is.
P.
Yes,
Spell
it is 1 P, 2 W's, 2 A's, 3 E's, 1 N, 1 T, and 1 C.
You do that slower. Ryan's still writing it.
Sure thing.
This is what we're looking at, guys.
Oh yeah, Marleman has it.
God damn it.
So it's
Points.
Yep, nailed it. Points. Also, what'd you roll on your persuasion check there?
Oh, that was a nat 20. I don't know if anybody saw that in the chat that I messaged. Yeah, it was a nat 20.
Oh,
I am the
full
most
screen up, so I don't
charismatic
have the chat.
motherfucker in this room.
You do. Nothing else.
That is a 35.
That is a 35. You speak really, really sweetly to the door, asking it to open, and you actually feel like a little bit of kinship with the rock.
Oh,
You
that's
feel like
right.
you're
That-
really-
yeah, the
You feel like
rebound.
you're making
Yeah.
like a really, really touching, and like you really wish that the door would open for you, but it just doesn't.
Dude, me too, man. I love
I
that.
straight up just threw my pen across the room. Fuck.
Me too, Marlo, man.
Hmm.
Marleman's like, I could have just had the best friend in this door.
But instead, you only have
But
the best
instead-
friend in yourself.
In myself. I've never felt better about myself.
That's true. You're really persuaded.
Marleman is like, I would like to get a point of encouragement for that.
I'll give you a point of inspiration, sure, for nat 20 persuasion yourself. Yeah,
I
I'll give
boosted myself up.
Yeah, I'll give you a die of inspiration to use it on something.
I'm looking at everybody else like, hey guys, this door is pretty great.
See, I'm like reading through a book.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I need take tricks to someone who might know more about break than us.
The only one would be Psy, probably.
No,
Can
but I
we,
mean, like,
this is an actual question. Could we, per se,
Ouch.
reach out as a lifeline and reach out towards Petunia, who has lots of books and things?
yeah.
Sure.
I think that would be like a good hint, perhaps,
Sure.
maybe.
Whoever can cast message can send her a message. if
I
you
am
want.
casting message.
Okay.
You get message or send.
Wait, do I have message?
Because message is like has to be within 120 feet.
Yeah, you mean sending.
Whichever one it is. I can't.
I don't
fucking
have that,
remember.
so I can't do that.
What
But
do you want me to send to her?
He says, "Hey, boo."
yeah. Okay, no, it's yeah.
I've solved
Uh,
it.
Hey,
Spell WAP.
I was, yeah.
I got it, everyone.
I've cracked the code.
This is my favorite episode of this ever.
We can't open a door.
Nix goes up to the door. Certified freak. 7 days a week.
You hear a creak, but the door doesn't open.
Nice.
It was a pity open.
It thought about it. It was like, nah.
Gary, can you do me a favor and send
Sure.
me the letters or send it to a chat
Yeah,
or something?
we can do this.
Yeah, here,
I
I
feel
can
like
do
I
this too.
mistyped them.
Sure thing.
I either mistyped them or this is some arcane shit.
Or I'm stupid.
No, that is what I was working with.
Yeah, so we definitely send a message to Petunia and we say, puzzle. I'm trying to limit the amount of words, but I think she'll understand where I'm coming with this. I'll say, how can I do this? How many words do I get? I forget.
25.
25. Oh, well then, well, does this cost a spell slot, whoever has this?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Gotta use your lifelines, friend. Like they.
Fine, it's a single sending. It'll be fine. She can reply back without it being.
Yeah, so let's say, say puzzle.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm gonna assume you're writing this down, and then after you write it down, I send it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. There will be no game of telephone here. You're gonna do exactly this.
Should I say love Marlon at the end?
If you have the room, please, thank you.
Okay.
I'll put those two over here.
Okay.
Puzzle.
Yep.
What does it say on the door? Break is truth, right?
Break, speak the truth.
Break speaks truth, right?
Yeah.
Speak the truth.
Break speaks truth.
Say the correct word.
Break,
Please.
speak the truth.
I'm literally saying what I think I thought he said. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I have it written down.
Whatever the words are, yes.
Same amount of words, good to go. You have 5 words.
And then, could I do?
You're going to use.
I would use 14 words if I were to say
11 letters to give all the letters.
To give all the letters, but
This is going to be so hard for her to understand just hearing it.
yeah.
Just like, what? Unless she's got a phonetic memory or whatever.
Then I guess it would be.
To just have key mind.
Yeah, I guess we should do the letters, right? What do you guys think? This is a group effort. I'm not the one coming up with it just because I know where
He needs to know letters.
I'm the fantasy.
I would say give the letters. That brings us to what? 11.
It gives you 16.
13, 14, 15, 16. So we've got what? What was it? To 20, 25?
25. So you got 9 more words.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as long as
letters. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like letters mean solution. Letters mean word. I don't know.
say like
Letters mean solution. All right, we're going with that.
I don't know. I'm asking you guys. Nobody has sent anything here.
I know, I'm sorry, but can you imagine?
What words are you finding in here, Craig, that are causing you to die?
Letters make words.
These letters are an anagram of "we, a new pact."
Try that at the door.
Shit! I would have. Damn it! Oh no!
And the door opens wide.
I've given Trev false hope.
Like I'm just staring at it. Like I'm fucking with anagrams can be fun, but this one has too many fucking vowels.
So many vowels.
I'm just hoping it's a bunch of words, rather than like a single word.
Well, yes, I don't believe there is a word that has 2 A's, 3 E's, and 2 W's in it.
I don't know. I don't speak a bunch of fantasy languages. It could be something.
I will give you this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like it's gotta be okay.
Because the message is in Old Common, let's call it.
Uh-huh.
You get the feeling that the message is probably also in Common.
I'm gonna say the longest word that I can at least think of in these letters is 6 letters long. Like this is not one fucking arcane ass word.
Okay.
What word are you pulling out?
I mean, we're not. I don't think we're talking about catnaps here.
Oh lordy!
We do have keen though.
I was thinking that.
We do have pain.
About my TV. Am I still sending this message to Mitchell?
Oh man, you could just as easily write in peen.
Exactly.
Yes, there's keen.
Yeah. I have.
Try it at the door.
Yeah. Okay. So
I think what I'm
No.
Am I still
I think
sending this message to Petunia?
yeah, and I think the addendum to this is actually it says door says BST.
Yeah.
What right?
Yeah. Door says
Blank.
yeah.
Other clue.
Right.
Letters.
Letters.
I say letters are
Yeah. Letters are
the
and
letters.
and that gives you 19. So you have 6 more.
You can still say I love you.
Any ideas?
No, I would say
There you go.
say
Any ideas? I love you. Done.
yeah.
It also could be "we, a wet pecan."
Yeah, I think that's literally what we send. Yeah.
Okay.
Eureka.
Phaedra, you received back. Wrote those down. We'll take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Does order mean anything? Probably not. And that's it.
She asked if the order meant anything.
I'm being a shit.
Okay.
Marlman, you receive a sending back. Oh, hang on. We'll see what Nick says first.
Oh, sorry. I was just pulling out more words. But
Yeah.
you can...
Emily's at the point where she's scrawling words on the wall.
No,
and it's just
I'm
whop, whop, whop.
pulling out words. Like, trying to...
How you solve an anagram.
What is the color of night?
The like fanciest word I've pulled out is enact. Like, to enact a law. But that's helpful.
I really thought I was onto something with pact, but I ran out of gas by the end.
I also spelled the fancy way where it's like whatever. and as well as the way of like penis. Just penis.
Yeah, like it's a Monster Hunter quest.
We've looked that up before.
Marlman, you get a sending back, and I will use this as a DM hint. Putsunu says, "Oh, I can work on this forever. This is wonderful." The word peace jumps out to me, though.
Peace is in these letters.
Do you say that out loud, Trev?
Yes.
The door opens.
Oh my god.
Yay!
I'm smarter than my character is.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at how long that took for this thing that I didn't think would take you guys that long.
Somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour and 16 minutes and 18 seconds.
I'm absolutely awful with anagrams, so like I was gonna be on this one. Sorry.
But Trev, in a stroke of brilliance, just shouts this out, and the door opens, revealing a dark tunnel.
God, what a boring place this is. Like, that's all you got? Really?
Marleman has shouldered himself up to the doorway and goes, "Thanks, Thor. Appreciate it."
You bounce off
is
it.
your generational fucking thing. Whatever. I'm just mad at the Brachian Jarls.
Trev just strolls to the door in a huff.
Oh boy.
Okay. You guys enter this hallway. There are no lanterns in this hallway, so it is very dark. Those of you without dark vision, one of you without dark vision, you cannot see.
I can light a torch for him if he needs it.
Okay. You light a torch behind Trev. Trev can't. The bright light, bad.
Yeah.
So, as you guys make your way down this hallway, you walk for probably 20-25 minutes, basically in a straight line with maybe some small curves. And as you pass, you occasionally walk past what look like old, decayed suits of armor that have kind of been put up on what look like stone standees. They just seem like armor from generations past. Nothing super exciting about them, but most of them are half plate and are holding like rusty battle axes and spears as well. As you arrive in what it very clearly points out is the next chamber, it is much smaller than the last one. It's maybe 50 feet across in front of you, maybe 20 feet around you. And before you is another door. This door has 4 pedestals in front of it. Each one with a different colored gem. There is a ruby, a diamond, a sapphire, and an emerald. Underneath them, underneath them, there are these what look like cubby holes, almost cut into the stone pedestals.
Mm-hmm.
So what you see when you walk in.
Nick's checker.
All right, if we're talking Pokemon generations, then Dime is the odd man out.
It was 4 pedestals with a sapphire.
A sapphire, a diamond, a ruby, and an emerald.
Sapphire, diamond.
And each gem, I will tell you, is about the size of a fist. These are some of the largest gems you've seen.
Ooh.
I take them all.
No.
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
Abu, no.
Abu, yes.
Give me the opportunity, motherfucker.
Nailed it.
No, but actually, if I see any levers or any like torches or anything, like
no torches. This room is still completely dark. There are no lights.
So is it, what I should be able to see, is there anything on the wall?
I have the torch that I was using for Marlin.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. There is light. The other things you can see is that on the walls there are these long scripts of arcing, looping writing that almost seem to go in Fibonacci spirals around each other, layered across these walls. There are some on each wall. There are some on the ceiling. Marleman and
Yes, sir.
Nyx, you two identify these as arcane spirals. These are spirals of arcane glyphs and arcane runes. Each one a very, very, very long spell.
Oh.
Fun.
And there are hundreds of them.
Oh, goody!
Can I decipher what the spells are?
Taking a look, that is adorable. Sorry. Craig just sent me a thing and it's adorable. Looking at the spells, you see things that you recognize. You see Fireball in there. You see Teleportation Circle is one of them. You see Scrying. You see something from just about all the schools of magic.
What school is missing?
Roll an Arcana check.
That's a 15 plus 12.
So you are very easy to identify that there are four schools missing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Transmutation is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Enchantment is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Illusion is missing. And Necromancy is missing.
Hmm.
Do those gems in any way correlate with those schools of?
Hang on.
Are there colors associated with schools of magic?
Hang on. Sai has to look at something.
Yes, I'm trying to find where I put it. Oh
I can
no, my
reset.
computer crashed.
I can
Yeah,
reset
please.
it to you if you want it.
Please.
Okay, hang on. Let me send that back to you.
They spell TN.
Nice.
Fine, night. Like Trev's just saying fucking words.
Anagram.
Yeah.
Uh,
I-10.
Jumping up and down, looking through all his pockets and his bag of holding right now. Like, hang on.
I mean,
hang on.
I won't even do this. Like, I won't even reset it to you because I know you have it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Literally,
going to tell you the answer is yes. What you're thinking about is the
Yeah.
answer is yes.
I just can't remember which ones are which. Right.
You remember that Ruby is used for the school. Yes, rubies are evocation.
Yeah.
That diamonds are for abjuration. Or sorry, diamonds are for
No.
divination. Apologies.
Sapphires are.
That sapphires are for conjuration magics, and that emeralds are for abjuration magics.
Yes.
So those are the schools of magic that are on the walls?
That is correct.
Okay.
And those are also the stones that are sitting there.
Correct. I gave you those ones specifically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were there any
Okay.
like missing? So can you
We
describe the
did
room
do-
again? I'm sorry.
So it's a relatively small room. It's about 50 feet by 10 feet. The walls are covered in these arcane spirals. The walls and the ceiling, I should say. There is another door that is sealed. As Trev goes to shove his shoulder into it and another strength check, same idea. It just gets whoop backwards again.
that's at the end of this. hallway?
Yes, and before that are 4 pedestals, each one with a different stone on top, with a cubby hole beneath it.
Are they? Is it like lined up like alongside the walls, or is there 4 lined?
They're
up
like
in front of the door?
four basically right in front of the door. There's a little bit of space behind it, so you can get into the door. But
And there were no other like runes or anything on the wall?
Like so.
it's hard to tell. Yeah, basically. It is hard to tell with all of the other arcane spirals on it.
I see. Okay.
Can I tell if there's any magic coming off of these gems?
Not currently.
Yeah. So, so I had 2 questions. One, the cubby holes are empty, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
And wait,
And
and where are the cubby holes? I'm sorry.
They're just cubby holes.
They're underneath.
Yeah, they're on the pedestals underneath
Okay.
the gems.
Okay.
The second question I had was, is there any low impact spells of those schools that we could maybe like cast at the gems
or into the cubby holes?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean,
yeah.
Like right,
So-
like is there like a little abjuration spell
Or-
we could, like launch at the emerald?
Yeah.
Well,
See what the emerald does.
what I'm
Well-
afraid of though is like, will low impact do it? Because all of those spells are
Well, I
high
would
level
sure
spells.
I'm a fan of the like when I'm seasoning my food, I start light and then I adjust as needed.
Well, are we? What if we were not accounting for the 4 that are missing?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm just not sure about. Like I don't know.
If you know that those 4 mean what those 4 mean,
Yeah.
we can. I mean,
Yeah.
Can I do? I don't know if this is too meta, but can I do an Arcana check to see if all the spells listed up there are the same spell level?
Oh.
Or like roughly the same strength level of spell?
No, they're like they're all over the place.
wildly
Okay.
all
Alright.
over the place.
Do we
We
know?
probably cantrips then, just to test it.
Do
Yeah.
we know if the ones that are missing are from the proper schools for the diamonds or whatever? Right?
No,
'Cause there's
those are the ones that are there.
Information
Wait,
that we have.
right. We
yeah.
have like
Do
4
those?
spells.
So
Those
I-
are using
yeah.
schools of magic.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are lined up perfectly. The four diamonds or the 4 gems in front of you line up with these schools that are not line up with these schools that are on the walls and the ceiling.
So I would say do the spells that are there that match up with the diamond or whatever.
So we got to do something from each school into its cubby hole.
Yeah, I think between all of us we'll have something.
I
Let's
do
try
think
that.
I do think we should try low impact to start and see if there's.
I
any-
agree. No, I agree completely.
Yeah.
it's going to be that or the complete opposite.
I've got evocation. I've got.
I mean, well, I can just evocation. That's just Eldritch Blast, right?
yeah.
That's a cantrip.
I could
I
just
can
do
start with
dancing
that.
lights, which is even lower impact.
Yes, you're
Do it.
you're correct.
Do it
sir.
and see
Do
if we
that.
get anything. Yeah.
Dancing lights into whatever the evocation one is, like that's easy enough.
Okay. You do it into the cubby. It glows for a second, like the whole thing begins to glow, this like shimmering light, and then it fades.
Okay.
We need to
Alright.
go.
What school did that cover?
That's
Evocation.
evocation.
I
So-
cast Mage Hand on the Sapphire.
Wait. I feel
Yeah,
like we got to do it
slow
all
down.
at the same time.
We have to go all at the same time.
Yeah.
So who else has? So then you have conjuring, Marlman.
I can do anything.
Okay,
Thank
you can do a wild card. Let me see what I
See
like,
what you can
Yeah.
and see
What
what
else
you
do we
can't,
need to
and I'm doing the
cover?
same.
You need to
So-
cover divination, conjuration, abjuration, evocation.
I think
prob-
Ryan actually has
I've
abjuration.
got some shit.
because he has like a control mind or whatever.
I assume divination is Phaedra's thing. 'cause
Yeah,
she
I
loves
can't
crying so
divinate.
much.
Well, yes, but I'm gonna see if I can find the lower level one to do.
I need you like that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Some of my spells are
We can
divination.
do fucking anything.
Yeah, but you can also.
I mean, actually, if divination is the tough one, I can use detect magic at will, and that's also divination.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is.
that
Shit,
would work.
there you go. Cool.
That
I have
works.
a question for Gary about me turning into an elemental. Is that conjuration or no?
No.
That's
No, that is absolutely not. No.
Conjuration feels like the thing these guys can do.
okay. So which
I mean,
schools?
Mage Hand is conjuration.
Is it? All right. Well, that's good.
Where does it say what?
In Beyond. It says it right under the name of the spell.
I don't have Beyond, but on Hard Codex it says it on
Yeah.
the bottom of the
We
card.
go to mine.
Nice.
Okay, so which ones do we still need?
I think we have them all actually.
Oh, okay.
Do we have
I'm
abjuration?
Then go ahead.
Oh,
Hold on.
abjuration.
Yeah.
Do
Who's
we have
abjurating?
We have conjuration for sure. Do we have divination?
Yeah, I can handle that one easily.
Okay, we have divination. Do we have evocation?
I can do evocation
Yeah.
if no one has it.
I
You
will.
can, yeah.
I just don't know the yeah.
I've got a level 1 that I can do.
I have a booming blade cantrip. That's
Yeah,
evocation.
there's cantrips. Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Okay.
wrong?
I
Abjuration.
Oh, we still need abjuration.
you would probably be the best with that with like shield or something
I
like
do have
that.
heal.
Is shield one of those?
shield, and all. What's the?
It's
Is it the
protection.
reaction one?
Yeah, it's protection.
Yeah, abjuration is protection. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to
well,
remember
then
what
that's
spells
probably
you
the
would
only one that I have, so I would use that.
Yeah. I mean, I can also use a spell slot for it, but mine are.
That would be a spell slot for me, but it's fine.
I would be
Yeah.
best to provide evocation or divination. I will put that out there, and that's like,
By the way,
If you're gonna
dispel
do that-
magic is also abjuration.
yes, that's true.
What's
Awesome.
cure
What do you
wounds?
want to do?
Cure wounds.
Evocation, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Believe
cure wounds is evocation.
So wait, do we still need? What do we still need?
No, you guys
No,
have,
we have everything. Yeah.
We have-
yeah, you have cantrips of everything,
So let's
Alright,
do
go
it.
ahead.
We do
or in
that.
Trev's case, in at will.
Say again?
Okay.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah, so the four of you line up and cast your spells into the cubbyhole. Shield's a little bit like weird. You have to like shove your hand into the cubbyhole to the point that you're touching the pedestal.
Mhm.
Yep.
But all four gems glow with a shimmering light, and rather than fade this time, remain glowing. And the door behind slowly swings open.
Hooray!
Hell yeah.
God, how badly I wanted Armel to grab a gem so all of those fucking statues behind you could come to life. Not the point.
Maybe we could take one now.
No.
No.
Just slap his hand as he go by. No,
So, you all.
that's klepto.
Marleman looks over at Aramel and says, "Boy, have some self-control."
As Marleman does that, one of his
Oh, you
hands just
understand.
brushes a gem, and so you all make your way into the next hallway. This one is actually lit. Congratulations.
Oh, it's lit.
There are more ever-burning torches in this hallway. As you make your way down, I do have to send a message to one of you. Let me find where it is.
Is this person supposed to react? We'll say.
We'll find
It's up to
out.
them.
Okay.
That's fair. Only fair.
One of you has received a Facebook message.
Not that it's me that received the Facebook message, but I'd probably just be like looking around a little bit and then kind of move on and keeping my eye out as
Okay.
we walk forward.
All right, roll a perception check.
Yeah. Can you go to my page?
Uh-huh.
24.
Okay.
Oh boy.
As you guys make your way into this next hallway, Armil seems much more on edge than he was before walking in. Eyes kind of darting around, kind of looking behind him every so often. And very slowly, these lanterns begin to go out. Not like... So where it was, there was one on each wall, kind of every 5 feet or so. Suddenly there's only one that's lit. And then like 10 feet down the way, there's another one that's lit. And then like 5 feet down the way, there's another one that's lit. And then just very slowly, you're walking in darkness again. As you hit the darkness, Aramil, you, keeping your eyes out and keeping your eyes sharp, you turn. You very briefly see the same shape drift just slightly into one of the walls.
Hello, friend?
Should I turn the lights on?
Friend?
Aramel, you
Aramel?
alright, buddy?
I keep seeing something moving behind us and going into the wall. I think they're my friend, though.
Is it still here? Can you see it now?
Oh, he just
Why?
went into the wall?
Why do you think it's your friend?
Well, because
Yeah.
that's
Because it's Aramil, everyone's his friend.
Oh, Christ.
Just clarifying.
Who's in the front, by the way?
Not me.
I presume either Trev or myself.
I would be in the back with Marlon because he couldn't see before, so I would have got the torch.
Yeah.
That would be right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
would
Marlon.
say
I
probably
assume
Craig
that
and-
is it big enough for both two people to walk
Yeah.
side by side?
Yes.
So probably the two of us.
Okay.
If Trev's alright with that.
Should I turn the fire back on? Or would the lights have completely? I wouldn't. The torch would have been out because the previous room was lit,
Mhm.
and then we went into a room with light. So,
Correct.
so do you want me to turn the torch back on again?
Yes, please.
Okay. I
Sure,
will-
relight the torch.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Nothing happens.
Oh, I can't turn it on. Oh.
There's a brief spark of light, and then it just dims immediately.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna just hang out next to Marleman and just be like, okay, all right.
Is that an issue with the light or an issue with all magic? Can we test that?
Yeah, I would like to Arcana check this black darkness, if that's a thing I could do.
You can. It's not that it is darkness. It's not darkness out of a darkness spell, so to speak.
Yep.
But there is definitely an aura or a presence that seems to be smothering light.
Can I ask the question of, is this something that my mirror might be able to have detected?
Yes.
I would like to know what the spell is.
Okay. The spell is not a spell.
Or whatever the magical effect is, I suppose. Yeah.
It is a effect, let's say, attached to you're not sure, that is smothering and dampening dark light. It is like a constantly exuding aura.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
This is more of a question about the spell, I suppose. But does True Sight give night vision in that sense?
Technically, yeah.
That being said, do people who have night vision, can they see through this?
They can still see, like, if they were in a dark room, yeah.
I can still see. It's just a matter of my light isn't being able to turn on.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have dark vision, you can see just normally fine.
That's fine. Yeah. See, that's where I was a little confused. I wasn't sure if it was
so
also vision dampening. We'll call it.
Yes. So you two at the front, by the way, as you know, Trev, you're suddenly kind of on edge and on guard. Looking down the hallway, you do see this almost silver ethereal shape. It's not quite humanoid, although it is somewhat, kind of shaped like it's supposed to be. Just very quietly drift into your field of vision, stop briefly, drift towards you just a little bit, and then drift away again back into the wall on the other side.
Can I try and talk to it? Can I
probably.
hello, friend? Who are you?
You're friends with everyone, Haribo.
Nothing happens.
Nothing.
So what did you see exactly? Because I'm assuming, like I was in the back. I didn't see anything. What did you see?
Some, I don't know, some
Like a
kind of figure, possibly, like not even really a figure though.
So it wasn't like a humanoid or anything? It was just...
I mean, I wouldn't have seen that much. But...
Okay.
Can I attempt to just sort of target the area that the thing is in with fairy fire to try and like highlight this thing as it's moving?
Sure.
Just to get a sense if it's...
And because fairy fire is a slightly different source of light, it doesn't snuff out. It does seem to operate. You illuminate the kind of the walls that it came in and out of, and they're now glowing. It's a 20-foot
cube, so I can just sort of like...
Yeah. That's now glowing, but there's nothing there currently.
Yeah, it's just like any object within that area, so if it comes out of the wall again, I'm hoping to get just a sense of what we're dealing with.
Yeah. Honestly,
I don't want to hurt it. I just want to
keep walking cautiously.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys begin to walk very cautiously, kind of keeping your eyes out, kind of trying to see what's what. Marleman.
Detect magic
Yes.
also would be a thing I would like to do.
Things are kind of like lightly radiating magic, so you're not sure if it's coming from a source or coming from the walls. It's hard to tell. Marleman, make a perception check.
I also have blind. This is a reminder.
That's a fucking nat 20 again.
Nice.
Dude,
It's like your third one.
Guess whose die it is, too.
Yeah, you're. Oh, nice.
Oh, it's the one I made for you?
Yeah, it is.
Hey!
Yeah,
Nice.
baby.
Call hacks.
They actually work?
Apparently very well.
Define work.
Yeah.
Did you load these?
With various like glittery objects, yes. Technically.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So Marleman, as you guys are making your way down the hallway, you are like immediately on edge, like ghosts. Not
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
you guys talking about seeing things, but also not seeing things, and I can't see a thing no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah, not having a good time.
And so, actually, that's a good point that you just reminded me of, which is that you don't have dark vision, which means you probably should make that perception check with disadvantage.
Oh mother.
I'm the torch.
That's a 15.
15. Okay.
I'm next to him with the torch.
But the
That's
torch didn't work.
not the point.
Okay.
So I rolled the fifth. Yeah, the torch doesn't work.
Right, yeah, the torch didn't work. Never mind.
Yep.
That would be +3, so that's an 18 technically.
Okay, that's still totally fine. Because as you're like on edge, kind of looking around, making your way around, you briefly, out the corner of your eye, see a hand reach out of the wall towards your head.
It's a hand!
And you're able to duck your head out of the way before it grabs you and then slinks back into the wall incredibly quickly.
Okay, that hand just tried to grab me. That hand just tried to grab me. Did anybody see that?
No, but I believe you.
I don't like this at all. I'm very, very not comfortable here.
Okay. Marleman, you talk to it. You're charismatic.
Can I tell if it's like a
Trying to grasp you.
because
I do have a 20 charisma.
I can I can turn undead, so can I try to tell if this is an undead thing? Like trying to
Do you have detect undead?
Actually, here's another question. Could I have used
that
the
what
mirror in that situation?
No, because it wasn't a spell.
No,
Okay, then that answers a question for me.
No, it's a feature of my class. So I just want to see if I can try and gauge if it is like something undead, like just kind of like an Arcana check, but specifically for undead. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you do that.
Isn't
These
that
walls.
literally detect undead?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't have detect undead. I have destroy or turn undead.
Right. Right. So you don't have a way to figure out if these are.
No, I'm just trying to gauge on if this is something that I'm going to need to do.
Yeah. Roll a. I don't even know.
I mean, in this case, I don't know. I was gonna say if you had
roll
it in
it-
front of you and you did it, I would
Yeah,
say
that's
maybe
that's
you
the
would
thing.
figure
If
it
you
out.
don't see it, you haven't seen it yet.
Yes,
You
but
don't
based on what people are describing, I'm trying to keep an eye out for like.
Okay. In that case, roll an Arcana check. Just straight
maybe,
Arcana.
maybe she should prep that spell in case anybody.
It's a feature. I can do it at any time. 29. By the way.
29 certainly sounds like fucking ghosts.
All right. I just don't want to banish a ghost if it's not like evil. Like if it's a helpful ghost.
Can you communicate with it? Is there
Marleman is
spell?
trembling in his boots.
I mean, Aramel's right sometimes when it comes to these things. What if it's a friendly ghost?
As you guys are discussing this,
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
your
Da-na-na-na-na.
relatively quick pace suddenly deposits you in a large chamber.
Okay.
This one is domed.
Is it lit?
You can see on the other side a door that is actually broken. Is already open. One of the doors is open and like kind of. It's like the bottom bit is still there, but the top is missing on one side, so you could probably crawl over it. And lining the room are these things. They
Again,
are.
Is the room lit?
No, it is dark. Everything is dark.
Wonderful. I'm gonna just.
Those of you with dark vision, you can see these
Oh no, my headphones
hunched
actually cut
over
out.
forms with long backs kind of facing the ground with very long necks as well. They seem to be almost hovering a touch, except where their arms are these incredibly long spikes that seem to be embedded into the ground, holding it up. Kind of looking around to the side of it, you notice that its legs are also replaced with these spikes. And sticking out of the center is a fifth spike that seems to be jammed into the ground as well. And as you all enter the room, You all just sort of like take a moment. Okay.
Except for me.
This is except for Marlon. You all take a moment just to like try and this.
Should I? Do you want me to describe what's in the room, Marlon?
As you say that, Phaedra, you see the head of one of them slowly turn in your direction. And you hear very quietly, just a very low.
What is that noise? Someone tell me what this is.
Hard to describe.
As it suddenly begins to move across the room towards you, I need you all to roll initiative. Next time when we pick this back up.
Okay.
God damn it.
Sounded like a whale.
Yes, almost like a ghostly whale from this.
No, I mean like a whale.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, like a ghost
Is
whale.
that how they got their name? Who knows? Spooky season continues next time.
Ghost whale.
That's terrible.
I don't like this. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Man,
Thing with spike hands and spike legs might be more afraid of.
Ain't a ghost.
And especially because you can't see it. I will say this, Marleman, you could suddenly hear it as it goes skittering across the ground towards you.
Yeah.
Pick this up.